Welcome to the Tombs of Time. I'm the timekeeper, and here are my victims. I mean, players, who will now introduce themselves in this new year of Tombs of Time.
I'm Nulla Moore, Null Paranoid on TikTok and on Twitch, where I run my own game with these two lovely guys in it, and one other dude, I don't know. And I edit and I post them on YouTube under Nulla Moore as well. And I play Niela, who is a barbarian with very intent wish to kill somebody that should have died, but someone else decided that that wasn't the way we were going with it.
The plot demanded it.
That. What's up? She's also my fiance.
Yes, she is. I am the Black Doctor. You can find me on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Patreon, all that other good stuff. I, of course, play both on this campaign as well as Nella's campaign as well. And I play on this campaign the illustrious holy man, also healer in a half shell, Donatello.
Yes. And yes, like I said, this is the first episode of the new year, where we will continue to be going upon our mission statement of being a faith-based D&D campaign. Sorry, the Christmas episode is stuck in development hell because your boy is lazy.
Yeah, we're just stuck in the snowball.
I've just been distracting him with Minecraft. That's the real reason.
So, who would like to recap where we last left our heroes?
Technically, 2 people almost died, one of them being me.
Well, the other person was dead, I would like to point out. Was dead, but instead of needing to use the spell Revivify or whatever, you were just like, nah.
just pump them full of healing spells. Literally because I did not have the materials for Revivify.
I'll just mess with Nella's character arc.
Sorry.
I think so we first showed up.
We basically fought I wouldn't necessarily say a crossroads demon, but basically a fallen angel who had a deal.
Yeah.
Backwards hands.
That ancient watcher Shemyaza. From the Book of Enoch.
The Book of Nicodemus. And instead of literally fighting to the death, which was probably what was going to happen, I basically convinced him to, break his oath, unalive his master, and then get literally taken by the devil himself. So we literally got a cameo with the devil.
Yes, in breaking his oath, the true master of Shemyaza came a calling with a tune in his mouth and a protuberance in his spirit, and returned the demon to the place of demons. That is a inspiration point for you. You also set about, as you already said, trying to heal Jameson. Finally seeing a vision. Nella, you don't see what Donatello does, other than you see a strange yellowish glow about as the wounds of Jameson seem to partly heal a tendril of muscle, the tendril of muscle that was severed about the jaw reattaches. And parts of his damage seem to lessen as Donatello, you see that life is back in this man's eyes, but he still looks absolutely the worst for wear as his eyes meet you and you hear him start to mumble, "What must I? What?" And he grabs you by your armored collar and pulls his still grotesque face close to yours, and that should transition y'all. I put you on the different. Nope, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. That's the wrong map. And I'm gonna cut that out. That's a surprise tool for later.
That's a surprise tool that can help us later.
Hurt us later. Anyways.
What?
Anyways. So yes, he pulls you close and he goes, "What? Cleric, what must I do? What can I, what do I need to give you money or something?"
He sort of stammers, basically looking between him and then between Nella and then between him and between Nella. And then he looks down at him. He looks down and looks deep into his eyes. "Confess thy sins."
"I've been a cheat all my life. I threw my own brother out of my household. I robbed widows and poor men. Help me. I have seen my end. Tell me that doesn't have to be my end."
He looks at him. "There is forgiveness, if only thy repent and turn, and believe."
"Believe in what, man? All my life I've known how to make your life in this town."
Then you must know the great Palor and his son, who has given provision for you. If only thou believe that he has done this for you, you shall find him to be a perfect savior, and you will find the ability to amend thy life.
But what did he do for me?
The great Palor saw you and your sin, and he saw your end, and he entered into flesh like yours. He died to take your pain. He rose for your victory, and now he offers it to you.
Free of charge?
Only his life, and only your faith, if only thou trust.
I believe. Cleric, I believe.
He performs the sign of the great Palor upon him. Hear the
A little
word.
more elaborate in this world than
Yeah, I know.
do. Actually, oh wait, you could actually do it as just an ichthyosaur with a really big tail.
Mm.
Anyway.
That looks great. Hear the word of the great Palor to all who truly repent and turn to him. Come unto me, all who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. This saying is trustworthy and deserving of full acceptance, that the great Palor came into the world to save sinners.
I believe. Nella, what's your reaction as you're watching this?
She is going to look at Donnie for a while, and something in her gaze kind of shifts, and then she looks back to Jameson and starts to slowly walk towards him with her hammer kind of scraping against the ground.
His gaze is kind of unfocused. How are you holding on to him at all, Donatello?
I am sort of reaching down to him,
Okay.
not necessarily grabbing onto him yet.
Okay. It seems visually it looks like his pulse might be stunting. He goes, I believe.
He begins to place a hand upon his heart, and sort of uses some of the rest of his magic to begin to try to heal him, more.
As you do, you feel rather the magic siphoning back into you as you see the light, the glow that only you're seeing of his magic heart start to dim, and you hear the sound of Nella approaching, hammer dragging on the ground, as Jameson looks to you, Nella. It's a terrible thing to fall into the hands of God.
She's going to pick up her hammer and slam it down into his chest.
At this, Donnie, you see the light break and disperse skyward from him.
He begins to look up at the glowing lights. This was his last chance, and he took it.
Is that all you do to him, Noah?
Mm-hmm.
As you bring back your hammer, he is no more.
Donatello reaches and closes his eyes. And he looks at Nella. Did you get what you wanted?
Yes.
That
And he
part
begins
of
to look at his corpse.
that part of you that's Donnie, that's always been spiritually inclined. When you've self-sought how you feel about different things, in your spirit, you feel that Forent got what he needed out of that as well. Totally doesn't have literally everything to do with the 5-minute promo for today's video or anything.
That promo was 5 minutes long. Good Lord.
Yeah, it was.
What a return.
Oh, does he have anything on him that is notably his? Like, if I showed it to someone else, they would know it was his.
I think one of you already looted his house pen, his house
Right, yes.
pin that was on him. I don't remember who that was.
It was me.
His clothes would be, his face is not disfigured beyond recognition, as you did murder a political figure of this town.
Can I cut his head off?
You can certainly try.
I have an axe.
You can.
It's fairly sharpened. Let's get
Nella!
it. I've carved fish before.
Nella! What are you doing? Shouldn't he at least deserve a proper burial?
Are you being quiet or loud about this encounter?
Slightly elevated whispering.
Mm-hmm.
We can bury him later. Or at least the body. I have something planned. Also, if his body were to be found with his head, I feel that would cause more panic than if someone just found a headless body. So I'm gonna cut his neck. I'm gonna find that piece of the jugular that's just soft enough, right into the soft palate.
Okay. Since you're trying to do it a special finesse way, I will have you roll.
Just trying to cut off his head.
But you described it finesse. Just give me a survival check.
His head's coming off. It's really easy to take off someone's head.
You know how to do this a bit too well.
Well, I mean, in terms of like animals, I wouldn't
man.
imagine it's that hard.
His head is now no longer attached, and you notice now as it's free falling, that reattached tendon is no longer there, and the jaw is now only attached by one side.
She's gonna put his head into her satchel bag and then close it.
Techna gives a little piggy.
Techna's on my back.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm gonna set her
Techna-
down next to the body. She's
Techna
hungry.
kind of.
Just make sure that she doesn't eat the darn thing.
She's hungry.
Techna waddles up and tries sniffing the body.
Nella kind of grabs his hand and wrenches a finger off of it and holds it out for Techna to taste.
Like those possum videos, we send way too much of each other. Just eats it.
Yeah. Good.
Donnie, thoughts on the pig finger eating?
Nella takes one for herself.
Donnie
What's the matter? You never heard of food?
Donnie
The hottest new craze in Valum.
Donnie just sits over in the corner, just slightly rocking on the back of his shell.
Oh, he fell over. I've seen videos of turtles stuck on their back. It's kind of sad, but also
It is sad. They're dying.
like tortoises just kind of stick their legs in the air, but turtles will like paddle, and it's it's so sad.
So you have a corpse that is now down a head and and two fingers.
Are
How
you gonna hide the body?
How corpsey is it?
no, I was gonna. It's Nella as Donnie. Nella talking to Donnie.
Okay.
What is a proper burial in your terms?
Well,
With the head
usually,
still on.
yeah, with the head still on.
you have not only committed murder but also defiling of a corpse.
Desecration.
Desecration of a corpse.
Usually, we would commit the body to the ground, but since we generally, where are we again?
In an alley.
You're in basically this town's Beverly Hills district.
Oh gosh, there's too many people.
But if it was, one, it's night, and two, it's also like very, very packed.
And there's not enough fertile ground, well, I suppose that in this particular situation, we would commit it to the flames. So help me see if we can find a platform for this thing. And so he just sort of drags it a little bit more into the alleyway.
Nella goes over and grabs one of the turned over trash cans and starts dragging it towards Donnie.
And he grabs the other and places one end of the trash, places the trash can on one end. He takes the other trash can from Nella, places it on the other end. Sort of does the sign of Palor, gives a small prayer. That we commit this body to the ground, to the hand of great Palor, understanding that on the last day, even these ashes shall one day rise again and be united to a soul, because even that hope has been purchased by the great Palor. And singing an old song for the fallen warriors, he casts Sacred Flame and sets it on fire.
And what does he sing?
Steamboat Willie!
No. Yes, you do that. You bid him good tidings in the name of Ara, Akara, and Ashla, the Trinity of the Palorian Order.
And commits it to flames. And after it's done, I sort of, because the Sacred Flame completely consumes the bloody thing. And so he simply wipes off some of the rest of the ashes from the trash can. And then just as the wind is carrying the rest of it away, puts the trash cans back.
So let's
Now.
meet rise in Valen.
So now, where are we supposed to go?
First, I just want to say, if I ever die, do not do that to me.
Oh, trust me, you wouldn't fit those 2 trash cans.
I mean, she's
But
really
but also giving her a small wink, of course.
Do you want to know what a proper burial is like for my people?
Please.
We feed their bodies to the creatures of nature. It is a waste to let it just be in the ground.
Why is that?
It is unfair for the soul to be stagnant in an immobile body. To be consumed is to pass on your soul.
Interesting.
Oh, it's the food chain dynamic of energy.
If I am to die, then throw me to a sea creature.
Throw me
Sharks. Okay.
Throw me to the sea.
She's gonna pick up Tekna and start looking around the streets, trying to figure out where they need to go.
You know,
If anyone's around.
you didn't really have much of a plan coming this way other than to stalk Jameson. You basically left Rafa and the captain at the church. No? Was it town hall where they were meeting at a town hall?
It was at a town hall. That was the last
hall.
place we were together. And then the captain and the monk went to go find a hotel room. Or an inn or something.
So, you know, the other dignitaries are trying to make their ways home.
I look straight at Nella. Are you looking toward another murder again?
She's not smiling in character. But she's going to...
She's doing that thing pigs do.
She's just going to shake her head. Not yet.
The yet sort of causes Donnie to look at her and then slightly turn his eyes back. Okay.
Let's go see if they found an inn.
Agreed.
As you begin to walk, it's terrible. It's just a calm cold. It is now getting further into being just nighttime. The stars are out. You can see the various constellations. Donnie, you having more connection to them than Nella does. And the moon, Kaleo.
The stars
time,
are
you-
really beautiful tonight.
Sorry, was that I started talking over you? I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying the stars look really beautiful tonight.
I grabbed the book in case anyone wanted to ask about the constellation.
It bothers me that they're different.
Different from where you came from?
Yes. You never really notice until you see something different. Also,
Sometimes-
you only have one moon.
You mean you have more?
The three eyes.
What an odd creation. Well, it seems to me, and it continues to be a simple reality, you never learn to appreciate what you have until you notice that you might not have it.
I wonder if Jameson felt anything of that kind in between planes.
I'm sure he did. I mean, when it comes to the point of him kicking and screaming and begging for repentance, it seems he got a full dose of what it means to not face death with a clear conscience.
Speaking of the stars, you would have noticed, Donnie, as you were looking up, that the light did traverse towards more in the sky, in your view, to the direction of a constellation called the Gates of Heaven.
And fitting, it seems that his light is actually heading to where I thought he was. He points up to the sky and he says, You see these particular stars? And he starts to trace a pattern.
They're just two really bright dots. In their quadrant, they're just the brightest, and they're in a offset.
And he says, "You see those? You see those two stars?
Yes.
Those are what we call the gates of heaven. Many have thought it is the actual entrance into the great realm, and it seems that I see his light entering between them. I think he got what he needed, and then he turns to her, and I'm going to make sure that you get what you needed too."
He needed a boost over Heaven's Gate.
Rocket! Oh, that's terrible.
Some of the Time is sponsored by Fallout. No, we're not.
Not after I got cheated out of that vinyl.
He's sponsored by Fortnite.
Ugh, no. Rage! Anyways, as you traverse down the various tight streets, are you trying to make sure that you're avoiding any potential night guards?
Nella really isn't. She's
She's
looking to see. She's looking to see if people are that way, and if there are, she's gonna go where there's less or no people. But she's not like hiding.
You path around where there are peoples and guards, and you come to a sort of a smaller courtyard with buildings on the far side of you, and grassy fields with buildings, grassy lawns for houses on either side, at which point you should all make perception checks.
I should make
all two of you.
I should make a thing for Tekna.
Oh my goodness, yes. Barbarian familiar, the pet. I would allow that.
Okay.
I would agree. Even though I have no say in this, we have very low perception.
Nella doesn't have good night. Nella doesn't have dark vision, so she can't see well at night.
Neither does Donnie.
Oof.
I can't see. There's no street lamps here.
Stepping out of the shadows into the pale moonlight, though, is a crimson-robed figure, like one of the 4 you saw at the docks around the cultist leader, who was after Itzalkut.
Donatello instinctively readies an action.
As does Nella. Ah.
Does he spot us?
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
What am I doing here?
There's more.
Do you think we would be gone just because you killed our priest?
Well, yeah. You guys are kind of cowards.
You take that back! And we shall wait for me to remember how to... There we go! Knocking off the New Year rust. Oh God, please help my sorry butt.
You take that back. Shut up, your mother buys you Mega Bloks instead of Legos.
Hey, they had a very good Halo line until they made it weird.
That's the way it is for everything. Hey, this was pretty good until they made it weird. What?
Hey now.
You're an all-star. Warner Bros. Don't sue.
I wasn't Warner Bros.
Whoever. I don't care.
They're evil and there are more of them.
Oof. Well, on that note,
why would
yes.
you?
You ever wonder why we're here?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was trying to figure out the wording.
Does anybody ever wonder why we're here?
You ever think what's going on?
So this one runs over here. So to clarify for this map, so we've got grass, sidewalk, street, buildings that you can't enter.
Okay. I want to go
As I try to find an example that's on screen for our dear viewers. Yeah, he runs to here, and I believe that they have. Yes. Can I edit this to get rid of the poison damage? Because I'm not going to go with it, because it's too much.
Thank you.
Okay, hopefully that'll work. Donnie, does a 14 hit?
No.
Wait, no, of course it doesn't. You're the tank. Well, if it had hit... Oh, it still has all the text for the con saves.
You gotta edit.
There we go. Fixed.
But editing is weird.
Oh, don't even get me started.
Boom. He fires at you again, Donatello.
No.
Oh, right, your AC is like 21.
Oh, it's 20, but yeah, who's counting? The answer is me.
Next acolyte will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he will aim at Nella. Oh no.
I mean the 23 hits, obviously.
Yeah. Nella, or Tekna has plot armor.
Yeah. She doesn't count as a target. They can't auto aim on her.
Yeah.
Based.
So you receive 7 damage as an arrow, as a dart.
I want to go outside.
This acolyte comes up beside him and does. He will aim for Donnie. Well, that 25 sure hits, huh?
Yeah, that 25 sure hits.
A dart finds its way past your defenses, and you feel it bite into you. Just jumped up and bit me. That was a terrible Force Gump. And Donnie, it is now your turn as you feel this new prick of sting.
Mm. You make me angry, Phil. Let's see, 5, 10, 15. Okay, so that's within there. So what I'm going to do, since I can't necessarily reach any of them right now,
While you're deciding that, I'm going to get my second beer for the night.
Alcoholism. Oh, how dare he?
how dare he literally takes in the midst
How
of taking
dare-
a shit.
This is Welch's. It doesn't count. It's just
Yeah, that's
sparkling grape juice.
That's it's mocktails. You call for spirits to protect you. They flit around to a distance of 15 feet. An affected creature's speed is halved in the area when they enter. Okay. So. Oh, right. Yeah. Gonna have to.
Viewers, if you like the dynamic of these two players, there is a spin-off Tomes of Time game I want to do to correct something that happened in one of my first ever campaigns I ran. That would be starring them and maybe a third person.
It's true. So what I'm going to do is just set up, number one, my Spirit Guardians at a edge of 15 feet. Just to make
Centered
sure.
on where?
15 feet, just around Nella and I.
Oh, right. Spirit Guard. Right.
Yeah, Spirit Guardians protect us. And then what I'm going to do is... So, question. Who's the ringleader of these guys?
The one who spoke to you predominantly is... this one.
Ah, cool. So, what I'm going to do is that I am going to summon my spiritual weapon behind him and attack.
Oh, okay. As that holy sound kind of rings out. Let's see if that actually prompts me to edit in the sound. And I'll have to cut out my banter while I stall. Have I not made this easier on myself? I've not made this easier on myself. Why am I like this?
Because you're human.
I'm only
human after all.
There.
Just a man.
The amount of times that joke has been made.
Has anybody else been listening to Epic the Musical?
Every once in a while, yeah. It'll come on my For You page.
It's so freaking good. The Ocean Saga has been my favorite so far. And it's renewed my love for Greek lore, and I've been just trudging through it all last week. Like, I have a renewed love for Poseidon. Because Poseidon's so freaking cool.
I don't like what he did to Medusa. No, that was Athena. That whole thing. Medusa's whole story.
Well, there's actually a version which I think is earlier, which basically says, the relationship wasn't actually assault. So it was just Athena being freaking jealous. But yeah, blame Athena.
I'll blame both of them.
Technically, the only Greek god that has not cheated on his wife, Hades.
No, Hypnos also.
Damn.
I forgot that Hypnos actually had a wife.
He's my favorite out of the entire pantheon, honestly.
There
He's
we
the
go.
least problematic.
Of course, you choose the god of sleep.
There we go. I've made it an actual
The one that
thing.
we all need, and we never get.
All right.
His Roman version is intense, though. Oh my god.
All right, your spiritual weapon exists behind him now.
Ha ha! Smack.
Banana Man.
Does a 13 hit?
No.
Huh.
Oof.
He's hunched too far forward as your weapon
He's
blindly
got
just
scoliosis.
whatever the doctor said about Forrest Gump's back.
Okay. I don't have anything else, so I fail to attack him. But I do have I have protection.
Okay. You gonna cast it?
What? No,
Or no, you already
no.
cast the
I'm
spell,
talking about the
yeah.
Spirit Guardians.
Right. This one runs up here, and he will also fire a volley. Aiming at Nell. No, you've done more. Oh, sorry. Oh,
That's that alcohol for you.
the carbonation.
It'll
And just
kill
for
you.
that, totally not because I was about to say it, he's targeting you, Donnie. Ooh, that hit.
Ooh.
Get,
Base.
get hit. Make a career, Robin.
Talk, spit, get hit.
Get hit, make a career.
Okay, so that's what. Okay, 30. Okay, I got it. I'm still alive.
I'm still standing all night long. Nila.
Okay. Would you say a diagonal is a straight line?
For what purposes?
For my charger feet.
Could you read me the description, please?
Oh my god. Hold on. This is not cooperating with me.
That's an interesting description. I hope the Wizard of the Coast writer was having a good day.
What is happening? Why can't I have my mouse on? Something's up with my mouse.
Oh, move over your turn order. I've never known you to be able to open your character sheet from there.
Oh my god. You're right. You're completely right.
I get it. It's misleading. It's misleading.
Darling,
Can you cut all of that out?
It's misleading.
Cut
You're
all
the
of that out.
DM.
Please cut that out.
Yes, ma'am.
No, that's funny.
No, I look like
No,
You
it's
look like someone who's been doing DM stuff this whole time.
it's misleading. It's misleading.
I
There
think
are-
my thing is that I was remembering how you access it when you're on the sidebar. You click on their icon. That should totally work. Anyway, the charger feet. Action dash. 10
If
feet
it's within, I'll allow it. If it's within the diagonals within your movement speed for charge.
Oh, it definitely is. Because my movement speed is 40, and this guy is 40 feet away from me.
Okay. Yes, you can use your charger feet diagonally.
Awesome. So I'm going to slam.
Vanilla knows where she is at all times.
Yeah. So she's going to kind of.
By subtracting where Carmichael isn't from where Nella is.
She kind of runs her hoof over the ground and raises her hammer before running at that guy on the corner.
Like those cheesy action movies, there's the reaction shot of him going, oh!
I have an extra attack.
She's moving too fast. Am I the only one thinking Mushu? You missed. How could you miss?
Actually, no. You have a +5 bonus on your attacks.
If I hit, it's to the damage.
Yeah.
I should have cast Bless before.
Mm.
You should.
I mean, I
bring
could
you
still
the
cast
fruit.
Bless my next turn.
The acolyte just kind of matrixes out of the way of your hammer.
I hate that.
What?
I hate that. Because I'm imagining that scene, but they're all wearing red robes now.
It's not the worst palette shift. Could be Puce.
I don't know. Anyway.
This acolyte will. He will again shoot at you, Donatello.
Dude, sums up. You're doing something.
I'm just hitting. I'm
What
being
in the
punked.
world is
you can hover over it.
taking all of my? Who
You
is
can
taking-
hover over it. I'm sorry. 1d20. 6
We're
plus
getting
0.
Okay. Can I, in reaction, cast Shield of Faith?
Well, of course.
It is a reason.
I cast Shield of Faith, giving me +2, +2. So only one of those hits me.
Okay. It hits you pretty good though for 11
Are
damage.
you kidding me? It's like you're trying to kill me.
Oh. If I were trying to kill you, you'd be gone.
Uh-huh.
This acolyte will advance a little and take notice of like, what? Oh, and come over here to try to attack you, Nella. As he will make 2 stabbing attacks.
Hit. Misses. Misses.
I was like,
Yes,
honey,
it hits. Oh God.
honey.
It hits him in the ego.
Yeah. He comes for you with his right hook, and he realizes, oh, cute animal, I can't hurt that. And misses, and he comes around and chips it off your mace with a terrible sound of metal on stone. This one just kind of backs up a little. Like, for some reason, I'm describing this like an action movie. He just kind of does that obligatory scene of the guy being like, whoa.
Hey, wait a minute.
He's standing on 2 legs and a turtle.
Why are we fighting animals?
What is this, zoo?
This is a hotel for dogs.
They were gonna make a sequel to that movie, and I'm so sad they didn't.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
I got a McDonald's, like the McDonald's truck-shaped Happy Meal box for that. I love that. Anyways, this guy will divide his shots between the 2 of you. So the first one's for Donnie, the next is for Nella.
Dude! Can it be the other way around, pretty please?
What's in it for me? No.
Someone's gonna be in the doghouse.
You feel a sting in your thigh as you look down and you see a dart is in it.
Who?
My leg.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
what? It's just a Krabby Barrel.
Oh my goodness.
Squidward!
He's just an ordinary Krabby. Oh my goodness.
Donnie, as your glowing field around you just evaporates, the arrow, the dart trying to penetrate, it now becomes your turn.
Let's see.
Cinematic DMing. I'm doing a lot better with not doing ums every 5 seconds this time.
You are. That's great, dude. Let's see.
Oh, okay, let's see how it is.
When you cast this, healing increases by a D4. A creature of your choice that I can see within range. Nella, how hurt are you?
I'm not that bad. Did that? Okay, so I wasn't exactly sure. Did it hit me, the one that just happened?
Yeah.
You hit your thigh.
Did that stop opening that?
So I am probably just going to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Okay. The
So-
darts that have impaled into you kind of reject out as you heal.
Then put that's level 2.
Ooh.
Also, fun
Okay,
fact for
so
future
that's
reference: in this world, magic healing does not leave a scar. Natural methods do.
So that's
Or I should say,
12.
holy magic does not leave a scar.
Okay. So that's 12 plus 2 plus the spell's level. 2, 3, 4. So that's 14 plus 15, 16, 17, 18,
Natural 1 on healing.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Mhm.
Okay, so that I heal 18.
Okay. Okay.
You see, this is what I get for being a life cleric. All of my healing gets so good.
Well, I mean, the website just has to plug those macros in better. But anyways, is that all you do?
No, I attack the guy again with my bonus action.
Yeah.
Does that hit?
No.
Well,
Darn it.
we're sucking.
We suck today.
This battle is rigged.
The mojo is off. Look. This guy's gonna sidestep you after you've tried to just remove his face. And he too suddenly produces a blade and will try to shank you.
I
Oh,
swear to God, Steven.
it's only a +6. It's not that much. It would have probably hit you either way.
Sure. Just tell me the damage. Oh!
Belay the poison. I deleted that.
That's a lot of poison.
I only deleted the poison from the darts. Aren't I just the best DM?
You gave me a heart attack.
So you receive
27, 20.
you receive a total of 12 stabbing damage as your other thigh is stabbed into.
Right.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that's great. We're all gonna die.
And it is now your turn, as you have just been awoken to twice pain.
I'm gonna rage.
Yeah.
You see, that makes me violently angry.
And she is going to use the claw form.
All right.
So she kind of drops her hammer, kind of narrowly missing one of their feet. And as her sort of paw-like hands start to elongate and sharpen and like kind of get a bit larger and heavier, almost like gorilla's appendages. And she gets that. Yeah, gorillas. Russell. And she gets that sort of animalistic gleam in her eyes as she rages and stares at the person.
Everything mentally sort of becomes a little clearer, like your FOV kind of.
She becomes a true predator again. And she is going to attack first the guy in front of her.
Okay.
With that. And then the guy behind her. Does that hit?
Both of those hit. Roll damage.
Nice.
6, 11, 17. Wait, no. One of them takes 6, the other takes 11. I'm sorry.
I was about to say, where'd the 17 come from?
6, 11. And that is going to be her turn.
I would like to rage.
I totally did what was. This is the wrong notebook. I totally was prepared for tracking damage tonight. I totally have my head in the game.
I think you're lying.
No, insight check.
You're freaking lying.
No,
Why are you lying?
no,
I'm not calling you a truther.
no.
I was talking with one of my friends about Drake and Josh, and they didn't know the spherical scene, and I was so angry.
The
It's spherical.
Spherical!
Spherical. I control when the lobsters die.
No, it's the I can't control the rate of which lobsters die.
Can't control the rate at which lobsters die.
I've seen the Tumblr post where they block out different
I
words.
control the die. Thanatos, I control the die.
Poseidon, I control the rate of which lobsters die.
Okay, it's gonna be a fair fight. There's gonna be no. I already fudged the health. Who am I kidding? Where are we? Right.
That's my turn.
Okay, damage has been taken. You have hurt people.
Yes. 6 and 11.
Yes. And that's all you do?
Yep, that's all I can do.
Okay. Acolyte Prime will.
What? Wait, what?
Did this man just say?
Is his name
Acolyte
Prime?
No, he's just the one that all the others are a clone of, or a copy.
Oh, Prime.
Yeah.
I thought you said crime.
Hi, it's Acolyte Prime.
That's why I was laughing.
Be holy, be unholy, do crime.
It's crime spelled with a Y.
The Acolyte do crime. Be culty. He will fire at Donnie. Pew pew.
Oh no.
One will hit.
Oh
10
no.
Alright, 10's a lot. Man's turning into a front porcupine.
I know, right?
They're all getting the fleshy parts and the chinks between his turtle armor.
I'm gonna pretend I understood what you said.
Do you not know how turtles work?
I did not hear you properly, is what that was meant to communicate.
I was saying they all get the fleshy bits that are sticking out of the chinks in his turtle armor.
Yeah.
Ow, my fleshy bits.
The acolyte that you clawed the deepest goes, ah, ooh, ah. Those both hit?
But I have resistance on slashing damage and piercing damage.
Because you're raging, so you take half damage.
So
Girl, literally too angry to die.
You take 2 and 3.
okay, so 5.
Yep.
It's not how I'm tracking my damage. Okay.
Oh, I tried
Female
doing that with the
pig,
share back in
literally
the
too
day.
angry to die.
I tried doing that
So
with the share back.
Are you getting low, Nella?
I'm about half.
This
I'm feeling
acolyte will kind of sidestep and again split his yield, first to Donnie and then to Nella.
Next time you should go with me first. You get with her first.
I'm closer.
Another 5 damage as it hits you.
I have a mint in my mouth. It almost made me choke.
Now that's the rage we're looking at.
I am being targeted.
Donatello.
And to think, I was gonna get you candy hearts.
See? Told you. Dog house.
But then the others will feel like I'm just favoring you.
There's only
Sorry.
2 people here.
I'm sorry. This is
You're
just how the
lucky.
dice are actually falling. What am I supposed to do?
You're lucky this is
There are
a
only 2
G-rated
people here, and I'm
program.
already engaged.
Who am I, God? I'm just a microcosm stand-in to make this world exist.
You're lucky this is a G-rated program.
Excuse me, this is PG-13. It's allowed 1 F-bomb, and that F-bomb will come never.
Read between the lines,
If,
Steven.
if someone dies on camera.
Read between the lines.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. So, I am going to cast this on Nella at level 3. So you get, you get 12 healing. So that's good. It's good for you.
Speaking of a multiplicity of 6s, I did a little study into the textual variant of the number of the beast. There's one. Did you know there's one manuscript that has a solely unique reading?
Yeah.
Do you know what that reading is?
616?
No. That's actually in 3.
Yeah.
There's one that it ends with 5 instead of 6.
665?
It's from
So
the 11th century.
So Nella, you get so
12.
that's 12, 13, 14. So you get 17. You get 17 hit points. And I get 5.
And you get the Pringles chips from that commercial.
So that's a bonus action. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw my javelin at the main guy.
Okay.
Freaking yeet! That's a 13 hit.
Have you used your advantage already?
No. I'm gonna use
Well,
it now.
okay. Also, you have a plus 1d4 per session from your party having in its possession the Itzalkut Onyx Tetrahedron.
All right. 16.
That is enough. Roll damage.
Woo! Booyah!
Right as you said booyah, I toggled my tabs in a weird way, and I couldn't see my screen for a second. Okay, that will sink into him for 5 damagios.
I'm coming back for that. And with that, I end my turn. I get him right in the freaking leg.
Only 5 damage. You kind of get him in the leg. It's but a flesh wound. A flesh wound? Your leg is off. Long John Silver. Right, that means it's this guy's turn. And he will also... actually, let's do a little morale rolling for him. Where's the dice that I had on the table? Oh, well, I'll have him roll morale. He is going to take his action to disengage you, Noah. He is going to go this way onto the grass.
Hey, I'm kind of hurt. I'm gonna back away a little bit.
But I'm out. Ladies, your turn.
I guess with him stepping away, she's going to focus both of her claw actions at the guy in front of her.
All right. Those 1 hit.
Uh, 8 damage.
8.
All right. He looks about a third of the way to not being anymore.
Good. That's all I can do.
It is the Prime's turn to number your days. Donnie,
Oof.
both of those just plink off your shell. Actually, no, you still have your shield up, don't? Or did your shield go down? Your shield
No,
left.
my shield guardians are my guardians are still up.
Well, I mean your shield spell.
Oh yeah, it's still up.
Okay, yeah, it just disintegrates into that. This acolyte will feebly attempt to defend his fleeting life.
I hate.
But hey, on the bright, that is not how we calculate. We're gonna go with it. You take like 4 damage.
Right.
That is not how crit damage is supposed to be calculated, but we're gonna go with it. This acolyte is gonna sidestep.
Whoa! You just got really tall.
The man just goes.
No! Son of a!
The man
Oh my goodness, that's great.
sidesteps and fires both of his darts at Doc.
Talk about
One-
the boss to the left.
one hit?
So 22 meets it beats.
Okay. That hits you for 10 damage.
10 again. Okay.
Ben Tennyson. With the
Started
sting
winning,
pain,
really.
it becomes your turn. When I wake up. I did put that away. Good job, man. Danny.
Oh, it's my turn. I was brainstorming the whole time, not knowing it's my bloody turn. I'm going to go right up to him. So that's what? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
I need like a
I think?
deep fried Jeopardy theme to put in that silence.
Yeah, I know, right? My bad.
But
But that's within my 15 feet. So my spirit guardians are available to attack him. Let me check to see whether or not that's at the start of his turn or
it's at the start of his or when he enters.
okay. So he's entered it now.
I'm going to take that as more of a conscious decision to enter rather than you thrusting the proximity upon him.
Sweet. So I won't have to worry about using that as my bonus action or as my action. So
to make it also a
It's
practical ruling, because you're walking, they have to keep up with you.
yeah, that's true. So I am going to be smacking him in the head with my mace.
Do you have the range for that?
Isn't it like 10 feet?
Is it? Wait. Oh, that's the wrong button. That will not be your damage if you do hit.
How?
Unless it's less than that. Does mace have range? Mace
I
5.
think it is a ranged weapon because it's on a chain.
The mace?
Yeah.
Not a morning. No, that's a morning star.
Oh.
Or a flail. Yeah, a mace doesn't have reach.
No! Okay. So he's only like what 5 feet in front of me. I'm going to, instead of using my mace, then I'm gonna try to set him on fire.
Yeah, a mace is just like a king's scepter with a really big bulb that can make people have concussions.
Worse than concussions.
I mean, splitting headaches.
You use it right.
He has to make a deck save.
Dex.
Oh. Rigged.
As you evoke the sacred flame, his horribly scoliosis back just retches like a Nickelodeon grossed out cartoon. And your magic meets up with your other magic of the spiritual weapon, and they kind of harmonize and bloom in color and become one.
I call hacks. That hits, right?
It's a. I thought it was. Wait.
No, my bonus action. I use my bonus action to attack with my spiritual weapon.
Yes, and with that renewed vigor of energy, your spiritual weapon just comes down on him. Roll damage.
Finally. You know what? I'm pumping a whole spell slot. 11.
He calls out.
I don't even think that 14 would have hit anyway. I would have missed.
I'm gonna miss. I'm gonna find.
Got a fire, I missed.
I missed both times. I got sad. Had a popsicle. Fell asleep. I woke up. Reloaded.
Yeah, I had another popsicle. This went on for several hours.
So this guy is gonna try to shoot Nella in the back twice. It hits you once. You take 2 damage as you feel a prick.
What?
Stop.
Excuse me?
Stop.
Wow.
This isn't that kind of PG-13 production.
Something about a share and eyebrows.
Uh-huh.
Somewhere across the multiverse. No.
Okay,
Cher just gives Akita a sad look.
Sad look?
Like that judgmental look of, I get it, it's a pun. Whatever.
Mercy.
And now
So
it's your turn.
She's gonna do the same thing and
Nella's gonna look at a Cher with a sad look.
Who are you?
As a portal opens up.
Just listen like Invader Sim. Who are you?
She's going to try and tear this dude in half.
Oh, wow, that seems like a pretty reasonable course of action. That first one hits.
6.
I would like to write.
This is numero. Okay. Yes, okay. You claw into him. And yeah, he's bloodied. He's very well bloodied. His blood is on the cobbles.
The claws are like sticking through him. I'm imagining like sand slash claws.
Dang.
Sand slash.
This acolyte is going to now that you're in range.
Isn't that the prime?
Yes. He is going to step forward to you.
Aha, so that means he enters into my spirit guardians.
Oh, right. He started his turn. He needs to make a dex save. He does not make a dex save. What is the damage your spirit guardians deal as they fly through him?
It is time. It is time. He shall face the wrath of the spirit guardians. Oh, wait. Wait. What? 14.
Power! Power! Chuckle.
Oh.
Hello,
One
Mr.
me the cruel
Chuckle.
chuckle. Yeah, he takes 14. I wish they had the ability to knock his fat self prone.
Okay, yeah, your spirit guardians knock him silly, and he looks bloodied, but he is still. I'm still standing.
Gross.
And
Yeah.
he is going to draw two twin curly daggers and try to stab you. And stab you, I should say. I believe only one of those hits.
Only one.
It's a pretty good one.
16 damage.
15.
He kind of skitters, and then he just
15 damage, 15
right into the slit where your armor is, and just...
I'm at 6. No, I mean I'm at 16 health points.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing my next turn.
This acolyte will use his action to disengage and just kind of pull himself off of your claw and go, wait, I forgive you for killing my priest and all that stuff, man. This one I must consult the bones, and by bones I mean the resin that is meant to look like honey.
Ah, osteomancy.
This acolyte hears that, and he thinks, oh, that sounds like a traitor. We don't do little traitors around here. Trader Joe. Both of those arrows just fly either side of the acolyte's jugular, who just pulled himself off your claws.
Mm.
Oh my.
And Donnie, it is now your turn.
Now I'm going to do the thing that I do best. Not dying.
Not dying. I cast no.
I cast no you.
I cast please not while you're doing that and calculating. I'll be right back.
So that's 12, and then 12, 17, plus 18, 19, 20, 21, 26 healing.
Dang, dude.
Yeah, I know. This is what I'm good at. It's very much what I'm good at.
That's what I'm here for.
Indeed. That's the reason why I'm keeping every single one of you alive. Okay, so that is Cure Wounds. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, that's an action. So for in bonus action, oh, spiritual weapon, do your job. He did not do his job.
Okay.
I am
Do you
slightly
feel-
upset. I am more
Oh.
healthy, but I am slightly upset because my spiritual weapon missed. That's my turn.
Yeah. This
Well,
acolyte from the field is just gonna keep sort of walking this way. And he is
Walk
going to
this
fire
way.
at Donnie.
Ooh.
Misses.
Walk this way.
I'm gonna reload what? Just okay, I just accidentally clicked out of roll 20, so that's cool.
DM, that's not very nice.
That's not very cash
So-
money of me.
I was gonna say that.
Brainwave.
Great minds think
Hey.
alike.
Speaking of cash money, I have a Patreon where I post pictures of my dog. Also, keep a lookout. Daisy. I have a finished manuscript of a book. What is this book about? It's about King James onlyism.
Yay!
And now that I'm back in the game,
It's about
Neela.
King James onlyism and how it's cringe.
how it's very cringe. Neela, it is your turn. It is not approved by the Vatican.
She's going to dash at the one that's been firing across the way and slash into him.
Firing across the way.
Can I? Okay, I want to use my inspiration.
Of course.
Is it just for one of them?
Yes.
Yes.
That hits. Roll dabblage. But do not dab, or I will retroactively take away your inspiration.
She runs on like pretty much all fours
No
and then sinks the claws into his abdomen.
Which one is this?
One over here.
Give me your belly!
Alright. You hurt him.
I do.
You're
That's
hurted.
my- Are we winning?
Are you winning? This one. Oh. Right, that also got rid of my Acolyte tab. This one will try to stab Donatello.
You can try. Also, remember the Spirit Guardians.
All right. Does a 16 pass?
Yes.
Actually, I don't know if I have to roll every time.
Do you want me to check?
I'm checking.
His
never
speed
mind, you
is
check.
always halved.
Okay. So I think he gets hurt every turn too. So how much damage is it?
Oh, let me see.
An amount.
And then I turned around.
When I turned around, my farm was gone.
6.
Okay.
Should have just stuck with the 14 like I wanted to.
Oh,
But I said, no, it's probably fair to roll it every single time.
oh. Wait, let me math. Let me do a little math real quick. That makes 25. And that makes... Oh, yeah, cool. You watch as your spirit guardians just devour this man.
Woo!
Just...
Feel
like
the rep.
like a video game with good physics simulation where you can just walk through glass and it just falls away. The spirit guardians just eat through him until he's just dead on the ground.
What?
Surprised the mic didn't sound like it actually peaked when you did that.
It's using my computer mic.
The mic was like, oh yeah, let's actually make it work. This guy is gonna just... Oh, this guy is within it.
He's in the
He
spirit.
entered it. He backed into it. So he's going to take full damage from that initial... I'm going to say he just failed it. He didn't even try to dodge it. He wouldn't have known about it. Vanilla, what you actually saw was this man... Which one is this? See? He's already taken damage. This man just pulls himself off of your closet. Ah, I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry. Sorry, I forgive you. You killed the priest. You killed the... And he backs up into this wall of, like buzzing hornets, these little golden sprites of ancient knights of the order, like those ghosts you saw in the catacombs. And he just backs right into the wall. And like a cartoon buzzsaw effect, he is just devoured by them. into a crimson mist.
Dead.
Dang.
Well, he's dead.
So yeah, 2 down. Sorry,
Nella,
I thought
question?
30 was a little bit bigger of a number than it actually was turning out to be as I did math.
Nella,
Yeah.
you're the damage dealer of our group, right?
I'm trying.
So the acolyte who you just swatted the belly of, Nella, is going to try to stab you. And he's also going to try to fire one of his bolts with disadvantage because he's at point blank.
I hate
So that's only 1 hit.
you. Nat.
I don't control what is landing.
That's the net.
I don't control it. I'm not God. The cat
Don't
doesn't
you-
die.
I
Don't
almost
you have
choked.
resistance?
I
Don't you have
almost
resistance? So it's like 4?
I almost choked. It is, yeah, it's half, so it's 4.
Yeah.
I'm
Don't
just
bla-
eating. I'm eating
don't-
mince, and I fell.
Well, maybe don't. Don't blame me. The Bible says every cast of the die comes from the Lord.
I'll blame God then.
Well, that's not
Screw
really.
you.
Don't hate the
Oh,
player, hate the game. Donnie, it's your turn.
Oh my goodness.
As you've witnessed 2 men be eviscerated by your spirit guardians.
Well, y'all aren't playing today. He
Beast mode.
he calls out to Nella and casts Healing Word. So that's for her. You get 10.
Woo.
The ghosts of the acolyte are doing that weird dragon music dance thing that's trending on TikTok.
What?
You sent me at least one thing of it today.
Today? What?
I think today.
Dragon
Uh,
dance?
Or like on Instagram. Like the dragon-like
How to
thing
train-
that's dancing in
how to
the,
train your
Oh,
dragon.
the funky
this
music.
thing.
And I'm gonna bring my. I can't actually move my spiritual weapon, can I?
Yes, you can.
No,
As
I
a bonus action, it can move.
No, I mean like I can't like move it in game. Like I can't by will move it. But I'm gonna move it.
No,
over
you
here.
can. You can once I make that a thing. But where do you click on where you want it?
Right here.
Here, let me make that a thing while you can continue to narrate what you're doing.
And so I'm gonna have it smack the guy. Maybe it'll actually do something this time. Ah!
Mm.
It missed. Oh, by the way, I do pick up my javelin from that that blender we used to call the Acolyte Prime.
Ah, yes, your sprites bring it to you after he's been rendered almost nothing.
Here you
Dang.
are, Master. Thank you, Winions.
Whoa.
You see, they can speak now,
I don't like that they can talk.
He's been teaching them.
and they have tiny, chibi voices.
There we go.
No.
You can manipulate it now.
It's time for you to die. Why won't you let me die?
He is going to go and just walk away from it without actually disengaging, so you have an opportunity attack.
It chases after him. Whack. No!
Dang. With a +7.
Neela.
I want to dig this man's stomach out of his abdomen.
Hey man, what'd you have for dinner? Pizza? With Norton?
Hey, who got the bloody pizza? Hey,
Okay,
18.
the 18 hits.
So
Okay, that'll hurt him.
Nice.
That'll
Very
do.
nice.
Oh goodness! I just realized the ramifications of what I was starting to say. Consistently doing a lot of damage. He's almost at half health.
He's almost not alive.
He is no longer with us. He is no longer with us. He just got hurted.
Heard it.
He is going to back up, which gives you an attack of opportunity.
me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait a minute. We are not doing well in our attacks of opportunity.
I am 2 seconds away from just hopping onto a building and climbing away.
Spider pig. Spider pig.
She's slowly getting used to it.
The acolyte is going to point blank with disadvantage fire his crossbow into you.
Thanks.
Does a 17 hit?
Yes.
With disadvantage, he says.
Does a 16 hit?
Did I do any damage?
No, you missed.
Then I'm not raging anymore. Or no.
Damage was damage done to you?
Oh, is it also okay?
Yep. If you do damage, if you,
Receive damage or give it?
I don't think it's if you. Is it if you do damage, or is it just if you try to hit someone? If you make an, is it you make an attack?
If your turn ends and you haven't attacked a hostile creature since your
So
last,
you've attacked every time. So
or taken damage since then.
yeah. So damage or being offensive. It's not about actually hitting them.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. So you're still in rage.
You take 7 damage.
Awesome.
Done.
Okay, so walk speed is 30, so 5, 10, 15. Oh, I can hit him. So he is in perfect range to be within my spirit guardians, but nevertheless, I shall smack him with the hammer.
Might. That hit.
Oh Lord, finally! That's a 9.
9. 9 to
And-
9.
I gotta just stop using my spirit weapon. Because this guy has only hit once for 4 damage.
He's done pretty good in the past. He's having your spirit guardian is your spirit weapon is having a hard time. He's being the Holy Spirit is being quite grieved by everything going on.
They should have put him in the situation.
The spiritual weapon is EP. He needs a nap. Yeah. How do you want to end him?
I'm smacking him in the head with the mace, making his head sink in.
And he is no more. Dang, only one shot.
So if he's already dead at the first hit, do I get my bonus action back?
Yeah.
Woo! All right, spiritual weapon, last chance, buddy boy. And that's just because I'm in long range.
Murdia.
Nyah.
That hits. Roll damage.
Woo! Finally. $11.
Oh. Okay. 1 second. Sorry.
Don't be sorry. Be better.
Okay.
Boy.
No, that's actually me commenting on my math on numbers and things. Anyways, yes, you heard him. He is still
Nice.
standing. And it then if it's his turn, he's gonna make one last attempt to get in some damage on you, Nella. I'm sorry. Hey, look at it this way. You're gonna sleep soon. You're gonna sleep soon.
How much?
You're gonna sleep enough.
How much damage do I take?
Do both of those hit?
Yes. It's halved. So 9.
Yep. You doing okay?
No.
Techno's just, you're hallucinating Techno talking.
That's not what she
Like
sounds.
in Snow Dogs.
That's not what she sounds like.
What does Techno sound like?
She sounds like young Wilbur.
Wilbur.
You can't die, Charlotte. You can't.
Wilbur. So who's next?
You.
Templeton. Donnie, it's your turn.
She's not within. She's literally not within hand reach. So, bonus action.
I just nonchalantly quoted what was probably childhood trauma for some people.
Probably.
Oof. I need soda while you're figuring out what you're going to do.
Last level 3 spell. Okay, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You get 16 health back.
Sick.
And then I get 5 health back.
Oh, we're doing the healing thing.
Oh, I'm back. I'm back to full health.
Oh, we're using our healing names.
So that is, let me check. Healing word is a bonus action, so I still have an action.
I like Pathfinder's action economy better. I mean, I haven't actually gotten to playtest their action economy, but it sounds better.
Mm-hmm. So, wait, Nella, how close is he to you?
He's 5 feet away.
So I can't push him 5 feet or else he'd be on you.
Well, you could push him 5 feet in a different direction.
Yeah, it's true. But I kind of don't want to. Let's see. I cast Hold Person on him.
What's he got to say?
He gets a nat 20.
Wisdom.
I called it. You are cheating. And I am Apollo.
How can I achieve that?
You've got to be kidding me!
Divinity.
I'm
Not
not
my fault.
Judy!
You know what? Because you called it, I'll impose disadvantage.
It's a 19.
He is seized.
Okay.
You ain't freaking moving no more!
He's seized. He's dead.
He,
You're alive. Your turn. As this man suddenly goes, "Gah!"
I like to imagine that he did get free, but he saw like just the hatred on Nella, and that made him freeze.
He broke out of it, and then there was like a gross up of an angry face of Nella.
That's so mean.
Not that her face is gross, but just like
Mean.
that overly detailed kind of close up.
It's just it's what Chowder does, and it's a real picture of a pig.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
the 21 hits.
I love
Thanks
it.
for reenacting. I have seen a decapitated pig head before. Anyways.
Same.
Wow.
That first one hits. Oh,
11.
that's the damage?
11.
Yeah, how do you want to do this?
I want to rip his guts out.
Okay.
Give me your belly.
Make him minced meat. That's what I do.
You take out his belly. He goes, no!
It's rather odd for a living pork rind to make that joke.
You know that people with pork allergies can eat bacon? Because of the way that bacon is the way that bacon is cured, it like burns out or like the protein that causes the allergy.
You know, life hack, if you can't eat pork for religious reasons, become a Christian.
Exactly. We have literally halal bacon, which is just bacon.
Turkey bacon.
And with that, the combat comes to an end.
Can they eat turkey bacon?
Yeah, and beef bacon.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just the animal.
Well, I didn't know what turkey bacon really was, to be honest.
Turkey. It's the process of making a Thanksgiving dinner.
The best way to insult someone who eats kosher or halal, your mother is a freaking ham sandwich.
Who eats culture?
No, kosher.
Oh, I heard culture. I was like, oh man, devouring an entire society's ideology? Ugh.
I knew a guy that did that once. Yeah, a little mustache.
Ooh. 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 Ooh.
Whoa, where are we?
Wait a minute!
We teleported!
You awake back in Trent. It was all
No!
Why are we back in Trent?
We have to kill Hephaestus before it's too late.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old hippo?
Yo!
Oh no!
Oh no, not again!
It's like that
Mama!
weird, like it's like that weird time travel thing where like it's them leaving the first time and then it cuts to behind the house and it's Nella like jumping through a window.
Now we're thinking with portals.
All right. So yes, the combat is over. These corpses are now here.
Well, aside from the two that became just mist.
There's chunks of the one.
Is there anything on the bodies?
Roll an investigatory check for me.
I will do that as well.
Roll an investigatory check for me.
And that's enough rages. Oh, okay. The minute.
I know, right? The minute we come out of battle, we actually make some pretty good rolls.
Okay. Would both of you please roll a d4?
D4?
/ R1 d4s.
I'm sure it's a D4.
Nelly, you may roll a d12 twice.
Okay.
If you get the same number, roll again.
What about me? What about me?
You do the same.
Roll 2 d12s.
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
Did
Wait, what did I do wrong?
I don't know. Did you not? Maybe there needs to be a space between the r/ and the.
Yeah,
Mhm.
there's. So I rolled a 9 and a 12.
Okay,
And-
Nella still needs to roll. Okay, Nella has rolled one more time.
10 and
Okay,
a 6.
so Donnie, you got a 9 and a 12. You find a small, what looks like a cast pendant, in the shape of a small triangular cascade of dragon scales. Just a silver sort of cast emblem. And then the other, let's see, that was 9. What was the other one you rolled?
12.
12.
You find one of the daggers that you find of the plethora of daggers that they have, one that looks very, very ritualistic. It's got carvings on it in what languages do you speak?
Give me 1 second. I know Common's one of them. Common, Celestial, and Aquan.
It is in none of those languages. It seems almost like a very, very ancient form of the celestial used for the old canon for the first half of the scriptures, but
Mhm.
it is different still. But it has all of the styling of a ritual dagger. And then Nella, you rolled a 10 and a 6. You find on one of them a ceremonial black candle that is half burnt.
Okay.
And you find a bell that is missing its a small little bell that is missing its ringer, like you would put on a cat's collar.
Okay. She's not going to take the candle, but she'll take the bell.
Donnie, you see the candle being not cared about.
I grabbed the candle.
Roll a religion check if you would like.
Mm-hmm.
This list has okay, I'll be honest. I literally looked up I loot the kind of Pinterest posts for I loot the cultist, and it has descriptions of how you can use the objects. For the bell, which is meant to be a handbell, the description is can be used to catch someone's attention. No, really? I never would have guessed.
So what about the candle?
Oh, sorry. Yes, I need to look at what you rolled.
Doesn't the candle give magical properties and stuff?
As you're examining this candle, you notice that there are runes carved into it, that are that catch your attention from one of the semesters of seminary that Donatello underwent, where they studied they studied occult symbology. This is a candle meant to be burnt, and with the burning of each incarved sigil, is supposed to evoke some sort of personal blessing of protection or well-being, or woe to your enemies.
I take it.
Okay.
So now I have 2 of these kinds of candles. Can you after the session? Could you send me all of those, the information for the Black Candle?
Sure. Yeah.
You're like, I didn't expect to have to do all this.
I'm like, I made that up off my dang mind.
But I'm going to be honest with you. That is part of one of the. It's like a black version of the Candle of Invocation that I have, and that I have not used after the first time that I got the candle. But yeah. I can send you the information for the Black Candle. I mean, just for the regular candle, and just go off those rules. Is that okay?
There we go. It's been sent to you.
Okay.
You can send me yours because I probably need that data anyways.
Okay.
So yeah.
Nice.
You have collected your items from looting. There's also robes. If you want like red robes that are also bloody on top of that and full of holes.
Yeah.
Actually, the amount of activity y'all have had. Okay. You all hear a small commotion as you see around the corner a 4-man patrol of Town's Guard approach. Candle candle lamp in hand. And they come up and go, "What's going on here?" "Whoa! A cleric. Were you assaulted?"
Yes. As a matter of fact, we were. We were attacked by these. He sort of lifts up their robes. These cultists of some kind. And they apparently thought that they could run around these streets freely. What have you been doing?
"I beg your pardon. I've been patrolling just as the other 4 in this district. Excuse us for being delayed. Excuse us for being delayed." And he motions for his men to search them, and they start looking over. And one pulls it back and goes, "Captain, no, not Captain. Sergeant, this is one of the deacons of the church." And he comes over and kind of shines the light on the face, and you see, and from when you had visited earlier, it is in fact one of the deacons who had been attending around the Grand Cathedral.
And I ripped his guts out.
You don't know. It's one of them. It might not be that one. It's not that one.
Okay. But it's the one I killed. Oh, so he could still recognize it from his head being pushed in.
Oh, shoot. Okay, yes. The only logical one who would be immediately recognized that way is the one that Nella killed.
It's like a alien baby came out of that.
What?
From Alien.
You remember the movie Alien?
No, I get what you're saying. I'm just going at the out of nowhereness of saying it.
That's what it looks like.
There's a horror movie called Alien. That's
anyway,
really
they start to gather around and look. And the sergeant goes, "Is there any motive that he might have had for initiating this squabble with you?" Squabble, that's an understatement. There's blood everywhere.
They were attacking us because of their leader.
Their leader. We encountered their leader. We ended up taking him down. And they came for revenge.
You're the... And he points at you. You're the guys who took out those guys at... Look, listen.
Wasn't that just like a few hours earlier?
We are very against heretical cult people attacking people. And I'm assuming that's what happened at the docks, too, that they just attacked you.
Correct.
But if you're going to kill people, maybe report that to the local guard.
We're above the law.
You're not above the law, ma'am.
He doesn't say that either.
Well, I suppose when we get attacked by cultists and have to do our best to survive and or escape, we will try to warn you next time when we're busy running for our lives.
Look, Father, I get it. Most of my family have served over in the Dirall dynasty. Okay, I lost a sister over there. She was a great cleric. But in our towns, let's try, if we do kill someone, let's try to not just block it out, okay? And actually report it.
Of course. And when you see a cult uprising within your city, I would highly recommend that you report it as well.
We will definitely be looking into this now. As soon as I can get back and report that to the captain. Well, I have to report it to the lieutenant. He'll report it to the captain. But for future reference, please do not keep us out of the know. So that's two events of what are apparently attackings from people in crimson garments. Has this happened more than twice?
From what I remember so far, it's happened only twice now at the same night.
Okay. Shoot,
this
you're
means
the only witnesses. The hour is late. The evidence is pointing in your favor of not just murdering people. We have no record of gang activity in this town where people wear clothes like this, so they're the suspicious ones, not you, Father. Would you come to the garrison with us so we can so we can question you in a more controlled environment? Because me just taking your testimony here is going to be kind of hearsay to my higher ups.
He rolls his eyes. All right. And get a few of the members of the church to come with me. They need to hear this. Especially, and he points his staff towards the victim. Especially if members of the hierarchy and members of the clergy are participating in this cult-like activity.
Father Homogeneous is going to hate being awoken. He's probably already in bed, honestly. He does the service. He goes to the meeting if he has to. Was there a meeting tonight?
Indeed there was.
You know what? That's the general's problem. That is not my problem. I'm just a sergeant.
And besides, I am sure the general and spiritual safety of his town would be worthy of staying up a little bit longer at night.
I went into confession once when that man was like, his father was still the pastor here.
Mm-hmm.
And he was, both of them, he was still up in years, but I went into confession and he asked me for money to absolve my sin.
He what?
Yeah, so whatever about him, but no, I'll hey, Private, you go find. And the two just kind of lock eyes, and he's like, you know the estate. You can't miss it. Go. And he kind of runs off. So Homogeneous will show up, sure, because that's what you think is best. We do have a cleric at the station, because God blessed you guys with Zone of Truth, so it's really good for confessions. It's much better than torture. at least in terms of actually, retaining the lives of people. So,
Agreed.
anyways, if you'll follow me, the rest of my men can deal with this scene.
All right. He motions to Nella. Would you mind attending with me?
Nella kind of looks at them and shrugs. Sure. Oh,
Okay. I'm gonna move it to this because the audience gets the town we're in. I don't need to show it for the rest of this session. I will be right back. This will be a quick break before the next scene, which will be probably the last scene of the episode / y'all getting back to an inn. So this is where y'all can plug your stuff, also do stuff, and we've already given a gospel break essentially, but
At the very beginning.
Doc, if you could give it in more explicit detail.
Sure. Of course, as you guys know, we at the Tones of Time are a faith-based D&D campaign. So what faith are we basing all of this off of? We're basing it off of the true faith, the one true religion, which is the Christian faith. And what does the Christian faith tell us? That we're sinners. When God created the world, he created it in love, and he created it good. He created our first parents, Adam and Eve, and made them upright to live with God and to represent God to the rest of the world. God wants the entire world to be filled with his glory and all people to be filled with his blessing. However, man became selfish. Man rebelled against God, and therefore, instead of bringing blessing onto the world, man brought death. But even in the midst of God's judging man, he gave them a promise of hope, one that would be for all nations, and a son that would come to crush the head of the serpent, the one who tempted Adam and Eve. And in doing so, he would give his life for his people. And so the rest of human history is the fulfillment of that great promise. We see this in relation to God choosing Noah in the great flood to survive the great flood. We see it in the calling of Abraham. God promised in Abraham and his seed, all the nations of the earth will be blessed. We see it in the Exodus, in the building of Israel as a nation. God calling Moses out of Egypt and using him as a deliverer to deliver Israel from oppression in Egypt. And he says that I have saved you in order for you to be a kingdom of priests for the nations. We see this in the calling of a messianic king, Saul and David, specifically the covenant made with David, so that he might be the paradigm for the great king who will come and bless the nations. We see the rest of the story of the prophets who prophesy a servant to come, who will be a light to the Gentiles, who will be pierced for our transgressions, bruised for our iniquities, and the chastisement of our peace will be put upon him. And then we see all those prophecies fulfilled in Jesus. He who is truly God came down as a human boy and truly man. He lived a perfect life in which we can never live. He is called the Son of God. You are my beloved Son in whom I am well pleased by the Father. He lives a perfect life in which none of us could ever live and dies a sacrificial death. The promise of Isaiah 53 is fulfilled in him, that he takes on the punishment for our sins. He dies. And on the third day, because death could not conquer him, he is the one who conquers death by dying. He rises from the dead. And therefore he offers forgiveness of sins to all who repent and turn to him. So if you recognize that you're a sinner, if you recognize that you are under God's wrath and recognize God's love that he has provided for you, simply repent. Repent means to change your mind, to hate your sin, to hate what you've done, and recognize that it's violation before God and deserves God's wrath. But then you believe. You turn and believe that what Christ did, he did on your behalf. And if you do that, you will find him to be a perfect Savior. And we're not asking you to be perfect. No one's perfect. No one's asking you to work your way to heaven. You can't. But instead, we're asking you to trust only in his mercy, which is more than sufficient for your every need. That's why we do things here at Tones of Time, because that's the message that we believe, and we want to offer that to every single one of you. Does that work, Timekeeper?
I totally did not just almost fall.
I was trying my best to not talk.
It is not that I drink. It is that I am a man who always teeters on the precipice of my ability to maintain balance.
I'm just a man waiting to go home.
I'm a gambling man, but I don't gamble money. I gamble my ability to not fall on my face.
I gamble my sanity.
Whoa!
Whoa!
That's called being online.
Facts.
Anyways, so yes, plugging people's content. I don't know what you're up to these days, Doc, other than
I'm just
seminary stuff.
Seminary stuff is crazy. It's Jan term right now, January term, so I'm doing a lot of schoolwork, intro to missions, stuff like that, and then immediately into the spring semester. But I'm trying my best. What I did in the sort of 2-3 weeks that I had, I tried to post a few more videos or highlights from the streams that I participate on TikTok. The times where I'm out here cooking Muslims and stuff like that. But I'm gonna see if I can try to, in the free time that I have, especially during weekends, try to stock load content so I can put it out over time, so that people don't say, you've been gone for months, because this year is going to be incredibly, incredibly busy, because I'm getting married this year. I'm most likely going out of the country this year. I'm most likely going to be in Florida this year.
Ooh.
It's a lot is happening this year. So
out of the country, huh?
Oh yeah, we're going to London for 2 weeks.
Is that just going to be in general, or?
No, it's for school. Cross country ministry practicum.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know. They require Beeson requires their students to do cross-cultural ministry practicum, which is basically either going out of state or out of country, outside of your general ministry circles, and doing ministry there for at least 2 weeks. And so the Lord called us to Britain. So it's going to be fun.
Are you going to go to Speaker's Corner?
Only if I don't value my life.
Ooh. Oh, fair. The stuff that happened with Hatun Tosh.
Hatun, I'm praying for Hatun's safety. But who knows? I might actually see some of the apologists that are over there in Britain. So we'll see what we can find. Might find a few of our other Anglican friends too, and see some of the really cool chapels over there.
The Anglican thing. That's what I was saying. Is the next time you appear on Most Excellent Theophilus, it's definitely gonna be an episode "Is the Anglican my brother?" and just us talking about what is different for you as an is anything different?
Is anything new? Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
Is anything? Because as I understand it. There's the joke. Oh yeah, that's Catholic Protestant, or Reformed Catholic. But from what I understand of what you believe, I haven't heard anything out of you that's actually different from when you were a presby. So
it's mainly church structure, theology of worship, some of the stuff like that.
Yeah. So it's how many people today truly follow? How many churches today truly follow the biblical model of the church?
I mean, how many people don't have bishops?
There's that. Hey, presbyteros. Bishop is German. Presbyteros and episcopos. Anyways. I did for those who don't know, who are in the audience, I did a new episode of my podcast for the new year, because we're in season 2.
Nice.
It's beleaguered by hiatus activities, hiatus behavior, if we can coin such a phrase. But I did do a New Year's episode where I caught everyone up on where I'm at, what I've been reading, because I can read. I can force myself to read. Not as much as I should, especially since I'm very soon for my in-person D&D game going to run The Wild Beyond the Witchlight, and I have put almost no effort into reading that book.
Oh boy.
But hey, that's just how the cookie crumbles. Anyways, I put that out. So no, do you wanna plug the stuff you're up to and doing?
I already kind of did at the start. So
Fair. And your Patreon isn't officially live yet for people to.
no, because I'm still working on things.
Fair. Keep a lookout for a podcast that stars these two faces, though.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah. Anyways, all right, and that brings us to the return to the scene. As y'all have followed the sergeant of the guard through town, you have made it back to the lowestmost district. For those trying to keep track, it is pushing 11 at night. It is growing especially cold. Actually, wait, no. We're in a summer month, aren't we? It's Valon. We're in April. I'm sorry. Wait a second. It's cold compared to daytime. But it's nothing to throw a scarf on over. So yeah, we're gonna go through kind of a talk at the station, and then y'all are gonna get back to the hotel, and then it's gonna be the session. A longer than I thought it might be. I didn't think I had enough content for longer than an hour and a half, and we're probably not gonna go more than 3. I don't want to go more than like 15 plus minutes from now, but
Okay, we'll go quick.
Also
because
I'm okay with doing more. I'm just saying ballpark it. I didn't plan on another 3-hour game.
Neither did I. I also have to preach in the morning, so.
Ooh, yeah. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna
probably keep this only for like 15 more minutes.
Yeah, so you follow, you get to the guardhouse, and you get inside, and at the front desk is snoring a clerk, who the sergeant wakes up, and gives the correct information to. And you follow him into an interrogation room where he kind of just leans by the door. And as you wait in the room has a table and chairs on either side of the table. And after about 15 minutes, in walks a man in clergic garb. He is Ordo Patri, whereas this town is overarchingly Cathedri Novum. Is it the seat of the fathers? Is it this new seat that is the Archaeirus? That is the debate that has come up in some writings. He comes in and he goes, Where are the interrogees? And the sergeant explains, we're just here for some clarifications, some witness reports. These people dealt with some cultists. Actually, the cultists earlier, we found at the docks. He goes, oh. And he casts Zone of Truth. Would you all make wisdom saves, please?
Wow.
Okay. Good. You are all well under its effects. Now, Sergeant, you may ask your questions. All right. Where were you earlier today? Let's see. Okay, wait. Now I need to remember when was the docks in this daytime cycle? The docks was, I believe, it was after.
Just after sundown.
Where were you about dinner time?
Around dinner time, we had left the what was that? I believe it was the Great Party, and we were going down to the docks to investigate just some rumors we had heard about cultist activity, and of course, we stumbled upon cultists.
So, okay, correction. You would not have thought cultist activity.
Mm-hmm.
You were there to look into the dock masters.
Yeah, the
effects.
the Dock Masters affairs, just to see whether or not there was any, what was it, Dragonborn shipments or any interaction that has been going on down at the docks. And
The sergeant feverishly scribbling this down.
And then, of course, once we found what we were looking for, we stumbled upon some cultists who apparently did not like us getting any information, which, of course, confirmed our suspicions.
Just suspicions of what?
Of some unsavory activity going down in the docks. We're still trying to figure out how deep this hole goes, but more than enough to, I mean, it's got to be more than enough to attract the attention of apparently some cultists who don't want anything getting loose. And so they attacked us. We defended ourselves.
Do you think that your self-defense was within reasonable force?
Yes. As usual, the main thing that we always ask for is that we seek for peace. But of course, our cultist friends are not necessarily privy to it. They attack us. We have no other choice than to dispatch of them. Because if we simply gave them mercy, as we often do, they would continue to try to take us out at any point in time. The proper course of action is to eliminate them.
You find it within reasonable force to leave mere paste stains of your assailants.
Well, when it comes
Was that a
to
cannon chuckle?
Yes.
A cool chuckle.
Well, unfortunately, when it comes to when light contrasts with darkness, the darkness cannot overcome it. Even in its own physical, even when darkness takes on its physical form, sometimes it crumbles. And so that is the unfortunate spoils of what war is, especially war between light and darkness. We cannot help it.
And just what were you doing in the echelon districts?
Well, of course, after we saw the meeting with the heads of the city, we were trying to make sure that everyone went home safely. Unfortunately, it seems that one of the men encountered some grave a grave fate. They had apparently encountered a demon whom they had to deal with. He apparently broke the deal. The demon apparently broke the deal and attempted to kill its master. I, of course, tried to save his life. For a while, it worked. he ended up actually repenting for his sins. But of course, I only kept him alive for that long, and he ended up ascending. So we were actually attacked on the way back from that encounter.
Father. And the cleric looks at him and goes, you all failed to defend against my magics. I would not call myself a religious man, but if what the father says is true, Father, then which one was it whom that happened to?
He turns to Nella. You know his name more familiar than I.
Jameson Forrent.
Florent.
He nods.
And he's
Dead.
Are you all right?
he just writes that down.
My apologies for your loss. We did all we could. I did all I could.
Father, I don't know the analogy to explain to you what his demise is to us. And the other cleric chimes in. It's as the end of one of the unjust judges' lives. What he said.
And we shall fall like one of the princes. So, does this mean that there is a new glimmer of hope for this town?
I'm just a sergeant of the guard. I don't know what this means. What I do know is that this means my brother might get out of that crap hole that is the slums. Maybe. Probably.
Maybe.
But, I mean, I got out of there. Mostly from panhandling. But I picked a few pockets. Father, does that spell really have to affect me? I can't really choose. Anyways, that's besides the point. That was a long time ago when I was 15. I'm a very different man. Well, you're under the effect of the spell, so you cannot lie. So I have to take your testimony. You were, in fact, assaulted. You were not the starters of those fights, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Well, based on your testimony, I have no reason to hold you. However, do you know? Do you have a place of residence here?
We have been looking for a safe place, an inn to take care of me and my friends.
Okay. Do not leave the city until you get back to us. As soon as you have a place of residence, report it to us so that we may contact you if you have further questions. Understood?
Understood.
Thank you. Based on your testimony under Zone of Truth, you are free to go. until such a time as we request your testimony again.
So be it. Donatello rises, leaning upon his staff, and he motions for Nella to follow him.
He goes,
Come on, Nella. Let's find some place to rest our heads. By the way, are there any good inns in this district?
I have the fortunates of a loving wife and family that I will be returning to. He looks at a nearby clockwork clock. Duh. In a few hours. I'm not very familiar with the inns of this town, fortunately.
Alrighty then. Then we shall be on our way.
I bid you well.
Peace of Palor be with you.
And the father goes, "May the light of Ara shine upon you."
Amen. And we begin to exit the building and begin looking for inns.
And as you traverse into the night, as the sun, we're gonna cut that.
Is that the sun?
As the moon shines upon Aelith, upon Valen of the continent of Calibri, we zoom out as the curtains close to say, thank you for playing. Thank you for watching. Good night. God bless. And Happy New Year. This has been the Tomes of Time. I have been Stephen the Stool, the Timekeeper. Thank you very much.